Morning all, John from Live and Ready. Good to see you again. On the move in the garden today, because last night the weathermen, love them to bits, but the weathermen were like, oh, there's an amber warning, almost a threat to life, but not quite. And so I thought, you know what? Somebody said, if this weather comes in tonight and it could be like 1 centimeter hailstones, and I was thinking, that's not going to be good for my plants. So I ended up getting a lot of my plants indoors because I've spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time on them, and so I've got the cucumbers in here. I've got these stuff in there. So I brought them all in, okay. And then I thought, oh, what am I going to do? Because I've got a lot of pots, and a lot of the stuff that I'm doing is pot based at the moment because I don't have a shed load of land available for growing in the ground. But then I thought, right, okay, I've got these sort of covers for blueberries and strawberries. So if it is hailing, hopefully it'll bounce off them and it won't kill the plants. And then the next thing that I did, I thought, well, I've got a little potting shed now. So I thought, well, do you know what? I'll put I'll put a fair few things in here, and there is a fair few things in there. I don't know whether you can see, but after all of that, it was a piddly bit of rain. I mean, it did thunder and lightning a little bit, but I shut up shop. I closed everything down. I've got um, I've got all of my plants here are still covered. Uh, but and then I thought, you know, if there's so much rain going to be happening, let's try and do some water catchment as well because we're in a bit of a on the way to having a drought. So I thought, right, how do I think about doing this stuff? Well, so here's my little tarpaulin. I don't know whether you've seen this actually. Oh yeah, you have. But I've got this little like a tarpaulin area. Ooh, how about that? And I thought I'd put some buckets underneath the tarpaulin so that when the rain comes down, like it's starting to rain now, when the rain comes down, the idea being I'll catch some water in these buckets. But look how much water there is. You ready? Not much at all. So that didn't work. But I then thought, this is the roof area, and that's got a good bit of surface area. And so what I did was I've set up a bucket here, and I set up a little. I can't even. It's too early in the morning. I can't even remember the name for it. 20-gallon drum, whatever. But what's interesting is if we dive in over here. So I tied the roof down so that there's an angle for all the water to flow down, and if you follow that down, it will come down here. And look at all the water I collected here. So it does work. And I did the same over this side as well, and you won't be able to see. But actually, I mean, trying not to fall over, but again, this bit here coming down into the jar, flipping jar. I can't even think of the name of it. But that's full, so it's pretty good. So I've just installed a 210-gallon water butt as well. But for some reason, there wasn't a lot of stuff coming off the roof, and that's only like quarter full now. But I just thought it might be an interesting little bit of an update on when you get the chance, think about how you can collect water. If you don't have water butts, then it's really important to consider them. You know, on any roofs and gutters. I don't even have a guttering on this cabin, so I'm thinking now about putting a gutters around the side because that's a lot of surface area to collect water. And I could have another couple of water butts just on the roof of the cabin. So I could potentially have sort of like 400 or 500 gallons of capacity to fill up, which would be good. So yeah, have a think about what you can do as far as water conservation. Now, obviously, that's going to be stuff coming off the roof. It's only going to be good enough for the plants unless there's an emergency. And then you're going to have to filter the water, treat the water, boil the water. But plants only at this moment in time unless there's an emergency. So have a think. I'm not going to waffle too much longer on this one because this is just an update on the garden and the storm and the water. But I do have a suggestion, not a suggestion, a question for you. But I'm just going to pause and show you my little strawberries. Hold on 1 second. Now, my strawberries here, what I've done is I've cut all of the runners off them a few days ago. Um, and I thought that I'd try and replant them. But they're not looking very well. I mean, obviously not these kiddies here, but my poor little strawberry plants, or my potential strawberry plants, don't look very don't look very well. I am not too sure what to expect because I've never done this before. So when you're cutting the runners and trying to replant them and propagate them into new strawberry plants, if you've got any tips, let me know because I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe it'll all go good, but maybe it won't. So top tips, most welcome. Have a lovely day, and don't forget to like it if you like it and subscribe if you want to subscribe. Take care. Cheers. Bye.